So I had an interesting comment on one of my videos the other day talking about Reze. Like, when is Reze gonna come back to the story? She was the perfect fit for Denji. And then that had me thinking, since we're deep into part 2 of Chainsaw Man, I know a lot of people really love both of these characters when it comes to Asa and Reze. And I just basically wanted to talk about within this video itself, who truly is the perfect fit for Denji. I feel like it would be a interesting topic to dive into, talk about what they did for Denji and how it really made him grow as a character, as well as just, talking about both of these ladies as well. So if you guys have any thoughts of your own that you want to share with me, be sure to let me know in the comments as always. But without further ado, let's dive straight into this because I am definitely interested to talk about this specific topic. So with Denji, he's simple but an emotionally complex person. He's impulsive, straightforward, and driven by basic desires. But beneath that, he just wants affection and acceptance. Asa is very different on the surface. She's reserved, socially anxious, and often harsh without meaning to be. However, that contrast actually works in their favor. Both of them struggle to communicate properly, and that creates a sense of realism in how they interact. When Asa first meets Denji, she doesn't try to impress him or manipulate him. She's just simply herself, flaws and all. And their awkwardness mirrors each other's, which helps them connect in a way that feels genuine. Reze, by contrast, has a confidence that immediately draws Denji in. She knows how to talk to people, how to make them feel seen, and that's something Denji has rarely experienced. She's warm and inviting at first, and it's easy to understand why he falls for her so quickly. But that charm hides a different side of her. Reze's behavior is shaped by her past as an assassin, which makes her careful and calculating. There's truth in her affection for Denji, but there's also something else behind it. That makes the relationship thrilling, but also fragile. And when comparing how each girl interacts with Denji, Asa's personality fits him better in the long term. She doesn't overwhelm him, and their connection is built on honesty rather than seduction. Asa challenges Denji without manipulating him, and that helps him see what a normal relationship might actually look like. Reze, while exciting and emotional, represents a connection that's fleeting. Her world is built on danger, while Asa's is about slowly finding trust. Denji seems more drawn towards that kind of grounded connection, showing how far he's come since his earlier days. Now, Denji's life has always been shaped by pain and loss. He grew up in poverty, was abused by his father, and later used by powerful people who only saw him as a tool. That kind of trauma defines how he approaches love. He craves closeness but fears betrayal. Asa's story reflects some of that same loneliness. She lost her parents and struggles with guilt and isolation after becoming the host of the war devil, Yoru. Both characters have been forced into situations they never asked for, and that gives them an understanding of each other that feels natural. When Asa opens up about her regrets, Denji doesn't need to say much. He understands because he's been there too. This shared pain gives their connection emotional depth. Asa and Denji both carry scars from their past, but what's different is how they use that pain. Instead of letting it define them, they try to move forward, even if awkwardly. That shared resilience is what makes their bond believable. They don't need to save each other, they just need someone who understands what it means to feel alone. Reze's backstory is far more tragic and external. She was trained and experimented on by the Soviet Union, turned into a weapon without choice. Her entire life has been about obedience and control, not freedom. When she meets Denji, she experiences genuine kindness for perhaps the first time. Their brief time together is filled with moments that show she wants to escape that life. But no matter how sincere her feelings become, her mission always stands between them. That layer of deception prevents them from forming a lasting emotional foundation. While Reze's story mirrors Denji's exploitation, Asa reflects his potential for growth. Reze reminds Denji of the pain of being used, and Asa reminds him of the possibility of being understood. Asa's presence gives Denji a sense of balance that Reze could never offer. Their shared loneliness doesn't trap them, it helps them both move forward. Denji's relationships often show how awkward he is when it comes to affection. With Asa, that awkwardness becomes part of their charm. Their early interactions are filled with misunderstandings and clumsy moments, but underneath the humor, there's real warmth. When they're together, they're both trying to figure out how to connect with another person for the first time in their lives. It's not smooth or romantic in the traditional sense, but it's honest. That gradual development makes their chemistry feel earned rather than forced. Reze's chemistry with Denji is instant and magnetic. Their scenes together have an intensity that's hard to ignore. She gives him a taste of the normal life he's always wanted, someone who laughs with him, listens to him, and doesn't judge him, and for a brief moment it feels like they could have a real future together. But the illusion shatters when her true identity is revealed. What began as a genuine affection turns into another betrayal, and that's what makes their chemistry bittersweet. It burns brightly, but it can't last. The main difference between these two relationships lies in how they develop. Asa and Denji's bond is slow, awkward, and inconsistent. It's built through shared struggles and mutual growth. Reze's is built through intensity and tragedy. Her feelings are real, but her world doesn't allow her to stay. Asa's presence in Denji's life, on the other hand, feels continuous and grounded, and their connection deepens with time rather than falling apart under pressure. And for Denji, whose life has been filled with instability, a steady and genuine relationship might be what he truly needs. Asa's quiet presence offers him that chance, and their chemistry is less about excitement and more about comfort, something that could finally give him peace. Throughout Chainsaw Man, Denji's growth has been one of the most rewarding parts of the story. In the beginning, he was driven purely by survival and desire, and over time, he started to question what it really means to live a normal life. Asa plays an important role in that change. She doesn't treat Denji like a tool or an object of pity. Instead, she challenged him to think beyond his impulses. Their partnership during battles and personal struggles forces Denji to consider others' feelings and to act out of empathy rather than instinct. Reze's influence on Denji comes from a different place. She awakens his longing for a peaceful, ordinary life. When they talk about going to school together, it's clear she represents a dream he's never been able to reach. Even though that dream ends painfully, it leaves a lasting impression on him. Her presence helps Denji understand that he wants something more meaningful than momentarily pleasure, but that lesson is tied to loss, not growth. Asa's influence, by contrast, leads to a genuine development. She doesn't inspire Denji through heartbreak, but through shared experience. Being around her helps him rediscover small human emotions that he's often buried under layers of trauma. Asa makes him think about what it means to care for someone without expecting anything in return. That kind of emotional maturity marks a new stage in Denji's journey, one that shows he's slowly learning how to build real connections. And by the time we reach chapter 219, Asa feels like a natural fit for the person Denji is becoming. Reze will always be an important part of his story, representing a painful but necessary lesson. Asa, however, represents the possibility of a future built on trust and understanding. She helps Denji grow beyond the chaos, which is something he's been searching for all along. And when I look at everything, when it comes to personality, backstory, chemistry, and growth, it's clear that Asa fits Denji best at this point in the story. Reze's connection with him was passionate but fleeting, while Asa's is patient and sincere. Denji doesn't need more chaos in his life, he needs someone who can help him find stability. Asa's similarities and differences with him create a balance that allows both of them to grow. Reze showed him what love could look like for a moment, but Asa shows him what love could actually become. So now I want to hear from you guys, because this is going to be very subjective here. You guys are going to have your own opinions. What girl do you personally feel like fits Denji best when it comes to where Denji is at in the story, or just how you feel in general? Is it Asa that you feel is the perfect fit for Denji, or is it Reze that you feel like is the perfect fit for Denji? You should let me know all those thoughts, of course, in the comment section down below. And if you guys enjoy this video, as always, be sure to show your support and like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you guys want to follow me on my social media, be sure to check out my X, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Facebook. All the links to those are located in the description below, so be sure to follow me on there. And if you guys want to join my Discord server and talk more about anime and manga and Chainsaw Man, be sure to do so. The link is listed in the description and is also pinned in the comment section down below. Be sure to click on that bell for notifications so you guys are notified when I'm dropping a new video on the channel. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.